A very good morning to all of you in Europe, and good afternoon, good evening to all of you logging in from Asia. It's a pleasure to see you again virtually, just like we started, and then we got to know you in person, and now here we are back to virtual. Good old hybrid program. Thank you so much for joining this celebratory closing session. We saw that we made a good choice of music today. So I saw some heads nodding on the celebration song, because this session is really for celebrating your results, that you made it through this program. And we also would like to show you a bit of a summary and a bit of encouragement for the future as well. So let's get started. To set the tone, we have our ambassador here with us today, Toru Morikawa, who prepared a congratulatory remark for you. We thought that would be a very nice way to start this this celebration session. So Toru, we would like to give you the floor to deliver your congratulatory remarks.
Thank you, Reka. Dear participants, a very good afternoon in Asia and a very good morning in Europe. As we bring the curtains down on the ASEFClassNet16 project on leading change, digital transformation of education in the era of AI, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you for completing this program. Congratulations. Your firm dedication, collaborative spirit, and passion for learning have truly set a remarkable standard for Asia-Europe international cooperation in education. Throughout this journey, you've transcended borders, bridged cultures, and forged connections that will undoubtedly leave a lasting impact. In your feedback, 100% of you said that you would like to stay in touch with each other even after the project. For me, this is very meaningful to learn that ASEF stands for connecting and bringing people together. Through all our work, we strive to build bridges, and therefore your commitment to continuing working with each other is highly valued by ASEF. Thank you so much. The diverse tapestry of experiences, ideas, and perspectives woven together by the ASEFClassNet16 project reflects the richness of our Asia-Europe community. Your commitment to fostering cross-cultural understanding, embracing diversity, and tackling shared education challenges on AI and education has not only enriched your own educational experiences, but has also contributed to the collective advancement of knowledge and mutual respect. The theme, AI and education, is the fundamental question to which the entire education community faces. You are now addressing this huge issue, and your first step to this great journey is a great success. I'd like to conclude by reminding you of the quote from Japan I shared with you during the virtual phase. 千里の道も一歩から. Even a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. As you move forward from this enriching project, we encourage you to carry the spirit of the ASEFClassNet16 project with you. Let the friendship forged and lessons learned serve as a foundation for continued collaboration and growth in your professional and personal pursuits. May the skills acquired, memories made, and connections established during the ASEFClassNet16 project propel you towards a future filled with success, innovation, and positive global impact. Congratulations once again, and may your journey in education be as rewarding as the one you've just completed. Best wishes for your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Toru Morikawa, for your inspiring congratulatory remarks to our participants. Now, shall we have some time for a group photo, Rekha? Okay. So let's, if everyone can let me stop sharing my screen. And if you could turn on your video, that would be great. There we go. More and more videos coming in. Lovely. We wait a couple of more seconds. And then Jyoti, you're going to take the first page, yeah, and I take the second one. Very good. We are missing like 9 people, but they might not be in the situation to turn on their cameras, but if you are, then please do. So we say 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and screenshot. Lovely. Saving it once. And then let's do another one. Big smile. And 1, 2, 3. Lovely. Okay. Excellent. Thank you so much. We will circulate these screenshots after some editing. Yes. Thank you, Rekha. Okay, so now let's move on to our agenda very quickly. So I hope you can, all of you can see my screen again. Okay, perfect. So today we are finally really grateful and happy to launch the Artificial Intelligence and Education report that is based on your insights. And for that, we have Dr. Wayne Holmes here today as well. And after that, we will be sharing the conference feedback that you have been submitting over the last few days. And we will, when we are sharing the feedback, we would like to hear from you as well. So we will pause in between, different insights when we are sharing, and then we will update you about the next steps of the project as well as the future activities of the ASEFClassNet project. So with that, let's invite our speaker, Dr. Wayne Holmes from University College London, who you have already met during the conference, to share his insights on the report, as well as share some remarks on why this report is important for the educators community, as well as edtech designers and other education stakeholders. And in the meantime, I will put the link on the chat box so that you can click on it and then read the report. Wayne, the floor is yours. So I'll stop sharing a screen so that if you have a PPT, you can share yours.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Really fantastic to see everyone here. And I hope, I'm pretty sure that you all enjoyed Slovenia as much as I did. It was fantastic to see you all. I just wanted to make one quick comment before going to the report. And that is, I'm really pleased to be part of the WhatsApp group and all the conversations that are taking place there. And the problem that we have is that although a lot of attention is on this space, on AI and education, some of our governments, including mine in particular, are still perpetrating lots of myth and hyperbole. So we need to be very careful, is my point. So although I'm often a little bit negative, a little bit skeptical of some of the claims, that's not to say I want any of you to stop exploring and trying things out. I think that's really important. So please do continue to share and explore, and do continue to share your experiences. Anyway, as I mentioned, so the report is finally ready, and thank you for everybody who participated. And so, as I mentioned when we were in Ljubljana, the report is based on the input of everybody who applied to join ClassNet16. And so what I'm just going to go through today is just some of the outputs that we've got in the report. And in a sense, the report's in three parts. The first part is talking about who was involved in answering all the questions, and that gives some rough ideas there. And then the report goes on to some views and opinions of all of the participants. So, and that part of the report can be divided in two. On the one hand, there's what I'll talk about first, and then I'll come to the second part in a minute. So, firstly, the questions that we asked was how worried and how excited you were about the application of AI in teaching. And you can see here that of the group applying to be part of ClassNet this year, 4.28 out of 5 said that they were excited. So the average score was 4.28. So people were mostly excited. Now, that's kind of understandable in the sense that you were all applying to attend a ClassNet event, which was all about AI and education. So that figures, and that's surprising. But equally, almost half also said that they were a little bit worried about the application of AI in your teaching. And in the report, ASEF have given me the opportunity to write some comments from my personal perspective. And with regards to this, what I write is that personally, I'm far more worried than I am excited. I worry that AI-enabled tools used in education will disempower teachers, undermine student agency, involve biases, and be open to abuse. I also worry that these tools mean the backdoor commercialization of education. So again, to all of you, I'm not saying stop using these tools or exploring them, but I am asking you to take a critical perspective. So moving on, we next asked the question to why should we be using AI in education? And these were some of the answers. So firstly, the potential of AI to provide personalized learning experiences tailored to each student's learning style, pace, and preferences. And I hope that we've burst this bubble. When my colleague Caroline Pelletier spoke to you about personalized learning. So we just know that personalized learning is a complicated thing, and the AI tools that exist don't go anywhere near actually offering anything like personalized learning. Next one, a potential of AI to automate administrative tasks. Administrative tasks such as timetabling, etc., I completely agree with. Administrative tasks such as grading, though, I'm not convinced there is actually any AI system that can do that today. The potential of AI to identify at-risk students, again, an ambition, not sure it's happening. And the potential of AI to transform education and improve educational equity. Well, I suspect it is transforming education, but I'm not convinced it's improving educational equity. Moving on, why not use AI in education? And here we had questions raised around the ethics, around the reliability and accuracy, the idea that AI-enabled tools might undermine human interaction between teachers and students and students and students, and the preference for traditional teaching methods, and the lack of necessary technology and training. And that training, I think, is a huge, huge issue. So on this screen, I'm in complete agreement. We then asked all the participants as how knowledgeable you were about AI tools. And you can see from this diagram that a few admitted they were not that knowledgeable. Most in the middle there thought they were broadly knowledgeable. And if we add it all up, on average, more people thought they were knowledgeable than not. We then asked, how was that knowledge achieved? And you can see here that the vast majority is self-taught, and only 20% comes in there as professional development. I think this is a big issue that we all need to work towards sorting out together, because teachers around the world, in my opinion, need support, professional development to help them best understand these tools. We then asked, what AI tools would you like? And these were some of the answers: a teaching assistant, and something to a student support chatbot. There are lots of those about at the moment. A marking tool, I'd like one of those as well, but there isn't one even on the horizon that actually does the job. Adaptive tutoring tool, that's where most of the effort's been over the years. Student questions answerer, Well, we know that ChatGPT and the likes claim to be able to do that quite usefully, an information provider. So the ideas that were mentioned here are pretty much equal. And then we asked what AI tools are known. And you can see here that when that was asked, the tool that was known the most was ChatGPT. But you can see from the diagram that lots of other tools were mentioned, but only in a small way in comparison. Now, for people like me who've been involved in AI in education for at least 10 years, this is a little frustrating, but also at the same time, quite amazing. So on the one hand, it's good that we're talking about AI in education, but on the other hand, it's quite sad that we're thinking that AI in education means ChatGPT in education. It doesn't. ChatGPT is just one of many, many different tools that are also available. And we moved on to talk about the notion of AI literacy and how important everybody thought that was. And I was really pleased to see this. If you add up the 32, the 28, the 25, you can see the vast majority of people think that AI literacy is important. And I agree with that. And that's AI literacy in both the technological dimension of AI, but also the human dimension of AI. Because without that, we're going to be walking like sleepwalkers into the future. And I want all teachers to have some awareness of both the positive and the challenging aspects of AI, but also I want all our students to have that opportunity. Another one that we looked at, and you might remember, I talked about intelligence in my talk in Ljubljana, and you can see here that something like what we got 55%. And plus the 34, an awful lot of people think that AI is pretty intelligent. And I have to say, I'm sorry, you're all wrong. I agree with that 1% at the zero end. AI is not intelligent, despite its name. It does things that can be seen and thought to appear to be intelligent, but they're not. So this is the kind of skepticism that I need you all to think about. But then moving on to an AI curriculum, this was pleasing that, as you can see here, 40% said about the AI curriculum should focus on both the human and the technological dimensions, whereas the others far less so. And then we moved on finally to think about what should schools be doing. And this, again, I agree with all these answers. Schools should prioritize AI literacy among teachers, providing them with training. And this is something that's fundamentally important. And you remember the project, the faculty project that won in Ljubljana, Project 8, or AI for Teachers. That's exactly what we're going to be looking at. Schools should encourage teachers to collaborate with each other in exploring innovative ways to use AI. I couldn't agree more. And that's a huge part of what this ClassNet has all been about. Schools should provide teachers with access to AI resources. Again, I'm in favor of this, so long as the teachers are taking a critical attitude towards those tools to make sure they are genuinely appropriate for their students. And schools should recognize and reward teachers who incorporate AI technology in their teaching practice. Well, frankly, I think schools should be rewarding teachers for an awful lot of things. Whether for this or not, that's up for you to decide. And finally, schools should integrate AI concepts across the curriculum to ensure that students also develop AI literacy. And I agree with this. And this is talking about AI in subjects from mathematics to physics on the one hand, through to geography and history and languages and literature on the other hand, and art, because the reality is that AI is impacting on all these different areas, and we need our students to be fully aware of that kind of impact, both the positives and the negative. Okay, so I hope you read the report and you find the report interesting, and that's it for me today.
Thank you so much, Wayne, for running us through the key findings of the survey again. And now it's in the format of a completed and published report. Jyoti just sent the link in the chat, so feel free to open it, read it through. It's very nicely edited in graphic design as well, and it was made with your help, with your contribution. We will also publicize this report on our social media channels, so feel free to share it also with your peers, with whoever you think it's relevant to, and also feel free to make references to it in the future, because I think it's a really nice review of how, like a sneak peek how teachers think about AI, and it's a very nice summary done by Wayne. And then if you open up the report, you will see that Wayne has his own author's comments after each finding as well in his usual critical style. So actually, it's a very nice read. Thank you so much, Wayne, again. And then we move forward with the rest of the session. Jyoti, over to you.
Thank you, Rekha. So now, over the last few days, or in about a week, we have been reading all of your feedback and comments, and we have to say that you really lifted us up, our spirit, and you really motivated us to continue innovating the project as well as continue to work on the project. So thank you so much for your kind comments as well as constructive feedback as well. So let's go through some of it, and the way we will run this feedback session, share feedback insights in a way where we will pause, and then we would like to hear from you as well. So maybe one or two of you who are interested can volunteer to share your insights. So the first one, very happy to hear that for 85% of you, the conference was excellent. And for 40% of you, it's very good. And for one of you, good. And for none of you, it has been less than satisfactory or lower. So really appreciate that feedback. So anyone would like to share and say a few words about their experience, whether good, very good, or excellent? Yeah, Dios. I saw you raise hand or you were clapping. I'm not sure. Maybe you can clarify. Oh, okay. So let's see, you can either raise hand. Anyone?
Feedback. What is it that you really found excellent, worked for you well?
Why did you rate it the way you rated it? Okay, I think Nahid raised his hand, if I'm right.
I highly appreciate this opportunity to get involved in this project because, you know, AI is still new in our country and we don't have much idea about AI and AI in education. So from this project, especially from the conference, I had the opportunity to meet the expert and also to see the best practices. So, and also I had the opportunity to observe and see a good number of projects, so which we can implement in our contract, in our teaching context as well. So that's why I would say this is an excellent opportunity for us, for me especially, and for many of us as well, through which we can bring some changes. I believe some meaningful changes in our instruction system. Yeah.
Thank you, Nahid. Perhaps you can hear from his school collaboration participants. I see Tito raised his hand. Go ahead, Tito.
What I need to say, it was very nice to meet all of you. It's very nice. The sharing was very great because with the ideas you have launched from everyone, I have a better way to work in my school. So thanks for all the ideas you give me and for all too. Thank you.
Thank you, Tito. Really great. Glad to hear that the in-person meeting was very useful for you as well as that was the highlight for you as well. Yeah, we do believe that nothing can really replace meeting in person. So hopefully in the future, we'll be able to have more of those. Okay, so the next one. So, of course, all of you mentioned that you benefited from the conference. That's also great to hear that we were able to contribute to your professional development or in any other type of development, pedagogy or research skills-wise. So it's really, we appreciate hearing that from you. And the next one, so we see that 94% of you are satisfied with your contribution towards the conference, and 6% of you, you still want to work hard and contribute more. So that's really great to hear as well. So perhaps we can hear from some of you as well here. I think we start with the school collaboration first, then faculty collaboration if possible. If you can share, how do you think you contributed to the conference? Anyone? Come on, you have been so, active during the in-person conference. Now, I mean, just because this is virtual, we shouldn't be shy, right? Okay.
It also could be something that you just realized later and didn't realize then and there that it was such a big contribution.
Yeah.
I don't know, do we have Juliet here, who was like the biggest contributor to the evening program, so always organizing everyone in the nearest cafes and pubs?
Definitely, yeah. We see that some of the comments, maybe Eugene, would you like to maybe take the floor to share your words, because it's really long, and instead of me reading it, I think it's better if you can.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
I said I'm happy that I had a lot of different conversations with colleagues from different parts of the world. Our conversations often, the part that I contributed will be to explain some technical details of these frontier models. How are they? How do they intuitively work, and what's the reasoning behind those architecture? And I think, yeah, because I'm a new teacher, I don't provide too much from the teacher's perspective, but I'm happy that I can help some of them understand a bit better about machine learning and artificial intelligence throughout the event.
Okay, thank you, Eugene. Thank you. Maybe we move on to the next one. So again, it's really great to hear that all of you want to stay in touch with each other. That's what we are trying to build here, because for us, we bring you together, as our ambassador Toru Morikawa also mentioned in his speech. We want to create that platform where you can collaboratively work together to solve education-related problems or challenges. So thank you again. And the next one, okay, this is very important. 95% of you mentioned that you want to carry out a spin-off activities, meaning another activity that is generated from this connection. That is not ASEFClassNet16 activity, but it's your own. So I think we really would like to hear from you here, if you have any ideas and what you plan to do. So we start with now faculty collaboration and then school collaboration. Anyone from the faculty collaboration want to comment on this? We have very few faculty collaboration participants, so that might be a challenge, but let's see if anyone is brave to share their thoughts on their spin-off activities. Okay, Rizal, I see that you raised your hand. Please go ahead.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Okay, it's evening here, maybe morning for you. I'm going to finish my work in a while. Okay. Okay, let's say talking about Malaysia now, right? We just launched our digitalization in education policy. Just recently launched on the 28th November. So there are plenty of things that I see they have, design over there, and all the things that we have gone through in that whole week, right? There are certain things which are embedded there and certain things which might be left out. And I'm very grateful that at last I attended this whole week thing. I mean, I learned a lot. So if you ask me how I want to carry on this thing, right? Most people in this policy, they are focusing actually on the students, and they are literally maybe they are still focusing on how most of us heard in the conference that they are actually embracing, but they are not really putting the focus on managing. So this is where I think if I can come up with that module that we pitch for the teachers and all those things, and with the reference to the module that the UNESCO has already have printed, and it will be very beneficial for for our country. And because now everywhere they're talking about AI. I literally say from me being in the ministry, and now you go to any institutions, district level, schools, state, everyone is talking about this, but frankly speaking, most of them, they don't really understand what they're talking sometimes. So they are very happy, very excited of using it. So I think if possible, like how in our faculty collaboration, the whole team have discussed and came to a conclusion that we want to develop something, and they did agree to do something for the teacher trainees. I think we should carry out that thing so that you won't see this effect like straight away, but after you get 2-3 batches of these teacher trainees who graduate and go to school, the the impact you can see within that range.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Rizal. And we, building up on your comments, we consider all of you to be the ambassador of change and raise awareness among your own community and colleagues about AI and education, and making sure that it's moving towards the right direction. I saw that Lisha is here. I'm not sure if Daiva, I haven't seen her. So speaking of spin-off activities, I already saw you guys already met in Delhi. What's the story there? Maybe one of you can share.
Hi, Jyoti and Rekha, and dear friends. Yeah, we met Deva. Deva had come day before yesterday. So it's a cultural exchange. So it wasn't because of ASF, it was earlier planned. But then, yeah, we were very happy to meet each other yesterday. I went with them for dinner. So we had a nice time, recalled all the beautiful days. And Deva is now busy with the, the meeting, which we have a proper, in the auditorium, there's a small little, meet where everybody's come. The ambassador from Lithuania is here.
Oh, wow.
So they're all having a formal event, and therefore she couldn't join. She wanted me to convey this to you. So she's very busy in the meeting there in the auditorium. So I am here representing Daiva, and right.
Thank you.
Great, thank you. Wonderful, and we welcome you all to come to India again.
It's really great to hear. Please do take photos and let us know. We would love to also highlight it in our social media channels as well. And good luck.
We'll do that.
Cultural exchange.
Right. Thank you.
Moving on. So now participants here who will recommend ASEFClassNet project to their peers. Oh, okay, sorry, Wayne, you raised your hand, so perhaps we give you the floor before I move on to the next one. Please go ahead.
Thanks, Jyoti. I'm sorry I was a bit slow there. Yeah, I just want to say two things. I think the projects that we were successful with, the Project 8, is fantastic. I'm so pleased. And it was really interesting, the point you made earlier, that, we had been working collectively online for several months, but it wasn't until we were all in a room together that we actually came up with this collective idea. And I think it's fantastic, and I'm so looking forward to working on it. And the second thing I wanted to mention, and I did mention it before, but I'll mention it again now, is that the faculty project that I was leading, the well-known Project 1, or Proposal 1, sorry, is actually happening. So we're moving at a fast pace. So on the 2nd of February, we are having a one-day online symposium that's dedicated to a critical study of AI in education. We have 2 great keynote speakers already who are going to speak there. We have another group of people who are going to be part of a panel discussion. And then we're going to be discussing how we can work together as a group of people who are interested in a critical approach to AI in education, which is not the same. We're not saying it's bad. We're saying we need to look at the pluses and the minuses. And I just wanted to say, this idea has been rattling around in my head for some time, but it's only because of your support, Jyoti, ASEF generally, Rika, everyone, that it's happening. And I'm so excited that it's happening. So, as I say, we probably would have done this without ASEF, maybe in 5 or 6 years' time. But the good thing is we're doing it now. So February 2nd, I will make sure that everybody gets an invite to that. But yeah, so I just want to say thank you, because it's without your support, it wouldn't be happening now. And I'm really excited that it is.
Thank you, Wayne. Really grateful and glad to hear that the hopes that you had for the network is now working out, and then we can contribute to making it a reality as well. And please do keep us in the loop. Of course, we will be in touch to discuss further on this as well. And also, I think our teacher participants here, they're welcome to join online as well, right? Okay. So in due time, we will share the link with all of you, and then you can join as well. We are sure that it will be an exciting event. So please do block your time for the date, and then we will get back to you on that. Let's move on now. Participants who will recommend the ClassNet project to their peers. Of course, all of you, again, thank you for that as well. Here, we would like to quickly highlight something, because every year when you apply, we take a group of teachers that is, there is a balance about 80 to 20%, sometimes 70-30 of new participants and alumni. Because here at ASEF, our goal is to reach new audiences every year, which means that you have now experienced the ASEFClassNet project. So we'll really be grateful if you can share this with your colleagues. So next year, when we have the new project, if your colleagues, they can apply and experience the project as well, that would be really great, because we do want to empower and reach more teachers in Asia and Europe. Here now, related to the earlier slide about how do we do with then those of you who already participated. Of course, you have now built skills. You have now learned about the topic as well. So you were in a way not a new participant anymore. With the skills and new information, you were, we would say, on a different league. And we want to take advantage of that as well and empower you more. So you almost, yes, 57%. So more than half of you have indicated your interest to be engaged with the future ASEFClassNet project as mentor, speakers, and we do need that support as well. So we will get in touch with you regarding that, those of you who shared interest, depending on the relevance. And of course, 43% of you who mentioned that you might not be able to, and you gave valid reason. So we also thank you for sharing your insights with us as well. And now, I think Wayne is here. He will be happy to see that his session is one of the top 3 sessions. Yes, the first one, you really like the Innovathon session and peer feedback. We were a little bit worried, to be honest, because it's a whole day Innovathon session. But really glad to see that that was your top session, which shows that you really value discussing and connecting and talking to your peers. So we will try to take that insights into consideration when we design the future sessions. And yes, the second one is the study visit. I think we already know that as teachers, when you are in a new country, of course, you want to go see a new school and then learn about the local teaching practices. So in the future, we will try our best to also have more than one study visit. And finally, so the keynote 1 by Dr. Wayne Holmes. So he's one on the present and future of AI-driven transformation of education across Asia and Europe. Many of you have found it extremely relevant for your professional development. So Wayne, here, I think you can now take this as a big compliment to you and the brilliant job you have done with your presentation. So congratulations for that to you as well. Here, shall we stop and hear from participants if they would like to comment regarding their experience of these sessions? Maybe we can hear from some of you. Anyone would like to comment on the Innovathon session and peer feedback?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Well, it was great for me. I mean, it was my favorite part.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah,
how so?
because
Actually, yeah.
well,
Yeah. I remember you were
yeah,
in the group that I was leading, and you and Jingjing
yeah.
was ready to.
Yes, because they tell you about things you haven't thought about. I mean, like they give you all these point of views you haven't considered, and it really well helps you to get a richer project. Yes, taking into consideration all those points of view, and the way it was done, like someone nicely giving you the critical aspects and at the same time giving you some good remarks about it. I think I like the system you use for that, and I really found it really useful.
Yeah,
it was very nice for me.
That's great, Pilar. I remember that even after you were done with your peer feedback, you volunteered to do it again.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what prompted you, what kind of inspired you to do it voluntarily again?
Well, because I mean, I think it's really hard to be able to be telling the weak points of a project like in a nice way. So I wanted to be there. I wanted to be in both parts, like giving the good remarks and also having the opportunity to learn how to be critical and being in a very polite way as well. And I think that's something I'm gonna use with my students as well, because I think it's something they have to learn. Because in a work environment or in a project collaboration environment, it's very useful to be able to argue, but in a nice way, like expressing your point of view, but not getting the other person offended or anything. So I think it was a great way to do it. Thank you for the idea. It was great.
Thank you, Pilar. Thank you. I think for that, Rekha is here. So a big compliment goes to Rekha as well, because the design process for the session was Rekha's idea. So thank you, Rekha, as well.
Okay, thank you, Rekha.
Fitra. We have Fitra who raised her hand. Fitra, go ahead.
Okay. All right, Jyoti, thank you. I'd like to express my great thanks to Asia Europe Foundation for the wonderful, engaging, and useful program. Why I said so? Because from this conference, I got many things about AI, and also it is a good way for teachers to know what should we aware of using AI. So it's a very fantastic. Thank you, and nice to meet you all, my great friends from Asia and Europe. And thank you, Rekha, Jyoti, and our ambassador for making this conference happen. Thank you from Indonesia.
And Angie, yeah. Okay, so
I forgot Angie. Angie supported us. Okay, thank you. Sorry, Angie.
Thank you, Fitra. Thank you for your lovely comments. So now let's move on to the next one. So the study visit. Who would like to comment on the study visit?
Hello, everybody. I don't know if you can hear me.
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. I'm in class and I'm so delighted to see you and be with you for the final session. The study visit was also memorable and eye-opening in the sense that we had the choice to see both what an updated and modern school unit looks like, well-equipped, modernized, and hosting both a vocational and a theoretical high school. We talked to the head teachers and followed them and listened to the structure of their schools, particularly the relevance of their curriculum for the graduates to get inserted into the marketplace of their countries, how they envisaged work and the perspective of their careers, of their graduates, connected to the perspectives of the European Union and the neighboring countries. And not last but least, the Research Institute, which gave a good insight into what certain countries have been able to achieve in terms of research referring to AI. I was really impressed, and what I liked the most were the roundtable discussions, the panel discussions. They were amazing. And I particularly liked that you invited people from all fields of activity. So not only from the educational field, people involved directly in education and in class working with students, but also researchers, academics, and not to forget the young generation. It was, I don't know, a vivid and a true contribution, to see the perspective of different generations on the use and the relevance of this new technology, and especially the possibilities, the limitless and remarkable possibilities of AI and how to apply them in education. I myself learned a lot, and I have lots of ideas, and I'm willing to share them and maybe continue them and continue working with other people and collaborate with the people I have met. I think the human element was also of great importance. What you have achieved was amazing, that you have put together work and developing human contacts, which was amazing. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Louisa. Really lovely to hear. And thanks for also reflecting on the other sessions as well. And I just realized I should have imposed the 90 seconds rule again. But really, really great to hear. So Lutfunisa raised her hand. Let's hear from Lutfunisa.
Thank you, Jyoti, Rekha, and Angie also, and my lovely colleagues. Actually, I enjoy study visit very much because in our country, vocational education mostly ignored. Most of the students engage in academic side, but when I see vocational school, academic school and vocational school together, and student also work vocational school at night also. So I was totally amazed, and I share my colleagues, my friends also, how rich vocational institution in our country. We can't think it. Most of the students, most of the educated person just go to they admit their children in mainstream, not vocational school. So mostly vocational department I like in school visit. It was amazing. Their library also amazing. Their head teacher, their science teacher also. It was amazing experience for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Lutfunisa. We will make sure that we convey these compliments to our study visit host to this school. So now the third one, top three, Dr. Wayne Holmes. Since you have already heard from Wayne and looking at the time here today, if you could kindly share your thoughts in the chat box, why you like the session, that would be really helpful for us as well as for Wayne as well. So now the common challenge, yes, actually here, most of you didn't really mention regarding the challenges you faced. You just mentioned not applicable to you. That's great to see. However, some of you who mentioned about the common challenges, you shared that back-to-back session was a little bit tiring and the program was packed. Well, unfortunately, considering the funding also, we had to ensure that we create a meaningful and professionally meaningful and in terms of usefulness, a really great program for you. But in the future, we will see, we will take this into consideration and have some flexibility. So now the next steps, of course, you have been working hard and now is the time for celebration and acknowledgements. We are working on the certificates for both of you who actually, I think Angie is here. She will confirm when she will send out the certificate. Looking at the time, however, we will perhaps email you later or share on the WhatsApp group chat regarding the timeline, because we need some preparation from our side as well. And in terms of the implementation of your innovative teaching practice is really important for us, because that's what we want to highlight. That's what we want to, in a way, follow up as well, because we empowered you with knowledge and we want to see the result that come out of it, as well as when we have relevant conferences, awards, we want to kind of nominate you for those as well. So please do keep us in the loop for that. And as you have seen from the feedback we asked you if there is a follow-up meeting, whether you will join or not. And actually, most of you mentioned that you want to join the follow-up meeting. So we will get back to you on that as well during the early next year. And then those of you who won the ASEFClassNet Innovation Award, we know that there is a fellowship that will happen next year. For that, we will organize a call as well together with Archive team. So please stay connected. And of course, we have the next conference, ASEFClassNet17, and the topic will also be on artificial intelligence and education. And we will share more information on these early 2024. So stay connected. With that, really a heartfelt thank you from the whole ASEFClassNet team. We really, really admire your dedication, and I think you are, as educators, outstanding for the type of commitment you make to the project, as well as to improve teaching and learning for your students and making things better at the institution. So for that, a really big thank you. I think with that, we can stop sharing the screen, and then we have 3 more minutes, so we can take any last remarks, reflection. I think we want to give up the opportunity to those of you who haven't spoken. So Juan, go ahead.
Yes, thank you. For me, I love education, so it has been a beautiful opportunity to know a lot of people who loves education. Thank you to all of you.
Thank you, Juan. Anyone else? Suzette, go ahead.
Hello, good morning from here, from not so sunny Portugal, but it's okay. I don't know if you can hear me. Okay. I just wanted to, I know we're closing up, and I wanted to, yes, say thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity, wonderful learning experience, most importantly, the collaboration and getting to know so many wonderful and beautiful people. I'm here. I will, yes, as Juan has just finished saying, love education. I will be doing as much as I possibly can to implement and understand a little bit more. I feel like I know a little bit about AI. I know that I need to know a lot more. I fear it. Yes, I still have my fear because I think I have a little bit of Wayne's idea at the back of my mind. We need to really be very critical and careful about it. I understand that it's here to stay. And hopefully I will just keep on doing my best as I possibly can, and learn. And thank you so much to everybody that I met. Thank you so much to everybody that helped me out. Pilar, you were my rock. Oh, thank you so much. Tito, my big friend. Louisa, yes, to all those who were there to help me along. Juan, everybody, it was wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Sujat, for such lovely remarks. I saw Alenka. Yes, Alenka, go ahead.
I just wanted to say that our jobs as teachers, as educators, sometimes feel very solitary. And to be able to belong to such a wonderful group of people, and it's this feeling of support and understanding is precious. It's very precious. So it's wonderful to see you all. It's wonderful to belong. It's wonderful to belong. Thank you.
What a lovely remark, Alenka. Thank you so much. Anyone else? Shimin. Oh, Shimin, go ahead.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I want to thank ASEF, especially Reka, Jyoti, and Angie, and the team for making this event very successful. And then I do have some AI projects going on with my colleagues at the moment, because I'm currently a student and we have AI Foundry in UCL, and I joined because of ASEF. Before this, I think AI, because I'm studying music education, probably AI is not that important in music education. But after joining ASEF, I see that AI can be penetrating every part of the education, and that includes music education. So at the moment, we are working on developing an app that can play music according to the genre that people like, to calm down their heartbeats, because people can get very stressed and well-being is an issue. So like we are working towards that direction. And so we are going to do elevator pitch in coming session. And I really appreciate what ASEF did during the conference, because it gave me an idea of how elevator pitch should work. And that was my first experience. So since I have experience, I can do better in this AI Foundry presentation. So thank you very much, ASEF. Thank you so much for exposing us to so many aspects of AI and how we can pitch our ideas and how we can get more people involved, but also involved ethically. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shimin. We have no doubt that you'll excel in your next elevator pitch. So
thank you.
Good luck. We saw Fernando raised his hand. Fernando, go ahead. We are almost, sorry, just to quickly mark, I know some of you might have to go, so it's okay. So those of you who can stay just a few more minutes longer, that's only if it's okay with you, please do stay. Fernando, go ahead.
Yeah, hello, greetings from Vietnam, and I'm so happy to see you again. And I guess one thing that is very important that we have to highlight in this event is the value of collaboration. So what makes this event extra special is our presence, because we have put a lot of different diverse background, personalities, and insights on the table, and that is making it spectacular. Because meeting people of different walks of life, even though we're teachers, same profession, we have different goals and backgrounds, but it made us united. And one thing that I really appreciate about ASEF is that you're giving us this kind of avenue for us to gain inspiration to other teachers, because oftentimes the world of teaching is focusing on learners, and we tend to forget that we teachers are also learners. And thank you for giving us an opportunity to become learners and students, where we are so we got so crazy with our ideas. We question, we complain, but we collaborate, and most importantly, we enjoyed every experience that you have given to us. Thank you so much, ASEF, and thank you to all my familia, all my family. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again in person. Yeah.
Thank you, Fernando. And we do pay attention to teachers. So there are us out there there are people who focuses on learners, but then we really value empowering teachers. So you were in the right place. Nahid, very briefly, since you have already spoken.
In short, I would say this is not the end of the journey. Rather, I would consider that this is the start of the journey. I feel the obligation to share my learning with the other teachers and also train the teachers to, to apply and integrate AI tools into their classrooms. So I would say that this is the start of the journey, and I have an obligation to train the teachers and also to share it with the teaching practitioners. Thank you.
Thank you, Nahid. Thank you. Anyone else? If not, then we will close the session. Let's see. Oh, Rocio, please go ahead. You are on mute.
Okay, now can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, okay. I just want to say thank you very much to Rector, Jyoti, and everybody involved. This at present, this one has been my best experience as teacher, and of course as a person. I have learned a lot from my peers, from their point of view, from the feedback. And now I think I get a renewed desire to do more projects, to collaborate, and learn from now till till my next future. Thank you very much for everything.
Thank you, Rocio. So I think with that, we are at the end of the ASEFClassNet16 journey. But as Nahid said, it's the beginning of another journey. So please do stay in touch with us. Do share the report with your colleagues, peers, and students as well. They also want to know what their teachers are thinking. And we will get back to you regarding other certificates and the next year's project and all of those as well. So we wish you a very beautiful day if you were in Europe, and if you were in Asia like us, a lovely evening.
Yeah, pleasure seeing you. Thank you for all of you to making this a successful, great event. We're very proud of you. Thank you so much. Let's keep in touch. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.